Hello and welcome back to the Space Age, and if this is your first time here, welcome to Space Age Tarot. You are now cruising in the cosmos. In today's video, I want to give you guys an all-encompassing Celtic cross reading. So this will be covering you in your current moment, where you are presently, what obstacles or things that are aiding you right now, and what is going to be the outcome of your current circumstances, your current state of being. So before me, I have 3 stones. I have a howlite crystal. This is group number 1. Then we have a hematite magnet. I believe it's a magnet. That's group number 2. And lastly, we have this rose quartz. Okay, so that's group number 3. Feel free to take as much time as you need to select a group. Remember to clear that space in your mind and just go to where you're feeling tugged. It could be 1 or more crystals, it doesn't matter. And the timestamps will be posted down below in the description box or the comment section. I will see you in your reading. Hello group 1, so you chose the howlite. So let's look at your Celtic cross spread. Okay, so starting off, we are going to look at you presently. So we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so right now I see that the energy that you're occupying with this Queen of Wands is you're in this very creative zone where you feel comfortable and you're feeling very content with where you are going creatively. So your creative expression right now is very fertile, very things come easily, things are coming into your mind easily, you're able to express yourself a lot more easily. You're finding yourself in a situation where expression is really being exalted right now. It's something that you have a lot of control over. There's a lot of things that you can do right now. So right now is a good time for you to be starting a creative project, doing something that makes you happy, because you're in that energy now where you can really start pulling things towards you. You can really start communicating with outside forces. With this cat here and the Queen of Wands, I'm seeing that you have the ability to communicate with nature, with animals. And this is a time right now where if you were to go out in nature, and I mean, what I mean by communication is it could be, very direct in a, wild thornberries type of way where you can just talk to animals directly, but really in a way that you are able to go out in nature, spend time with an animal, or just be in the outside world, an external environment, and pick up on signals, and maybe not even consciously knowing it, but being inspired by things. Suddenly you're on a walk out just at the park and you suddenly have an idea coming to you. So you're in this zone right now where you're able to really pick up on these messages. So let's look at what obstacles, challenges, what is crossing you right now. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups. Sorry, I was counting the cups. I guess I could just look there. So we have the 8 of Cups here crossing you. So this is something that is telling me right now that you are, because you're in this creative mode, I see that you're also dealing with this lethargy. I think you're kind of feeling sometimes you're being pulled back. And so expressing yourself, that feeling of wanting to inspire yourself, comes and it goes. And it's like this moon here, you can see there's a full moon and then there's a crescent around it, and that's because the moon, it waxes and it wanes. It's full and then it's crescent, it's new, and then it's gibbous, it's all kinds of things. And so oftentimes you can even feel the moon controlling our energy, not controlling it in a way, yes. At least for me, I can feel that it's changing things in my internal world. It's this unconscious thing that kind of drives you sometimes. It propels you a little bit. And so this can affect you in ways that you're not really conscious of, because you've always felt this energy. It's always something you've been adapted to. You're used to the air. It's like that phrase, when the there's like a joke where an older fish swims by like a younger fish, and the old fish says, "How's the water?" And then the younger fish is like, "Fine," and then swims by, and then they swim past each other, and then the younger fish is like, "Wait, what's water?" Right? So there's this influence outside of you I'm seeing that's really affecting your unconscious mind. And so I see that as you're in this creative place, you're wanting to feel stable, but you're feeling pulled back by the tide, just like the moon pulls in the tide and pushes it out. And we have water inside of us, and this can affect us too. So I'm seeing that you're not really feeling as stable as you want to feel with your creative energy, but I'm also seeing with all of these cups standing firmly upright that you're making your way forward. You're overcoming this lethargy of the past, and that's why you're currently in that space where you can pick up on the natural cycles, nature's energy, and really use it to propel yourself forward in a creative direction. So this is a very hopeful card. It's showing you what's actually starting to exalt you here. So then we have the Hanged Man reversed, and that is what is going on in your unconscious right now. This is like this unconscious feeling. So again, like with the lethargy, this makes so much sense here. I think you're so used to being stuck that your unconscious mind, like consciously you're trying to move past this, and I'm seeing that that's what's kind of been an obstacle, but also something that you've overcome as an obstacle here. But with the Hanged Man upright, I'm seeing that you're having like this, almost like this hesitation unconsciously. It's not something that you're consciously aware of, because you're reprogramming, you're like shifting into this new conscious state, and your unconscious mind is like slowly shifting to that space. So we have this Hanged Man in reverse, showing you reversing that period of pause, and almost like your brain is just sort of like, it's catching up. There's sort of a lag that you're experiencing possibly in this present moment. So shifting to your conscious awareness. Okay, we have the Three of Swords. Okay, so your motivation, the reason why you might have experienced like some kind of stagnation in your motivation. Let me adjust these cards so they're all on the screen. Okay, so the reason why you might be experiencing this sort of you might have experienced like some sort of like stagnation, feeling like you're kind of being pulled back. All of this is because you're having like this realization, you're coming to terms with something with this Three of Swords, where things don't exactly look like you thought they were going to look. There's possibly new developments in your goals, your dreams right now that are telling you like, wow, like I've been thinking about this one way, and it's really another way. You're being reintroduced to your dreams, and this can be a little heartbreaking to you. This can be a little bit, or very challenging. I'm seeing this kind of being a pretty challenging thing, and that's part of why I'm seeing in your past here just feeling like a little bit of like demotivation, feeling a little bit like bothered. Okay, so we have this Queen of Cups in your past. Okay, so that makes sense, what I was just saying about your past, like this bother. And we have the Three of Swords and this Queen of Cups reversed. So I am seeing like this sort of like this shattering, like this destruction of what you once thought was like this beautiful dream, something that you held dear, and it's being presented in your past as like you not being able to hold on to that thing, you not being able to create that thing in the way that you imagined, that you saw in your mind's eye. And so I'm seeing like you're feeling this disillusionment in this past here. Okay, but we have in your future the Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so this is the journey here, actually. This is like your journey forward. So with the Six of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, wow, I'm actually seeing here that there's a lot of this balance going on. And I'm brought back to this Eight of Cups here, because the Eight of Cups is showing this person who's like at the edge of like the water. And it almost seems as if they're coming out of the water. And the water represents to me this unconscious place where you've kind of sunk down to the bottom and now you're on dry land and you're drying off. And so in this process with this Six of Pentacles, like on your journey, I'm seeing you trying to find balance and you trying to find a different way to approach your dreams with this Queen of Cups reversed. Because there's something about, and the moon represented here as well, there's something about you approaching your dreams, your creative goals, because I'm seeing with the Queen of Wands, you are a creative person. You're striving to venture towards something creative, to create something for yourself. You have approached your dreams in such a way where you were more so focused on the heart, the emotions, creating with your mind, your right brain, being very, not as logical, more so fluid. And I'm seeing with what's going on now, you're going through this crisis where you're starting to figure out that there needs to be more than that. There needs to be a balance with this Six of Pentacles. And you have to start considering the physical ramifications, the world around you, rather than just living in your head. I'm seeing someone who really lived in their head and is now being, turned in the direction where you have to get on dry land. You have to start experiencing the physical, planning correctly, planning accordingly, and being more practical. I'm seeing you stepping into a more practical place on your journey with this Six of Pentacles reversed. So this shattering with this the shattering of like a dream, or like this hope with this Three of Swords, you're coming around and you're being taught how to incorporate balance, because it seems as if there was like this heavy-handedness with this feminine energy in your life, and you're being pushed more towards a masculine energy where you're balancing the masculine and feminine energy to create a dynamic where you can be both creative and successful and be consistently productive. Okay, so moving on to some advice. Okay, so we have this Eight of Swords reversed. So, okay, with the Eight of Swords reversed, I'm getting that the advice that your guides have for you right now is that it's really time to unhand yourself, because right now the only thing that's holding you back is you, really. It's really just you and where you're standing as far as how you view how you're supposed to approach life. So you're really being asked to reevaluate how you approach your life from now on, because your guides really want you to be successful, and they know that you're going to be successful, and everything that's happening right now on your journey is for that. So if everything feels like shaky right now, I know a lot of people are in like a weird place, but if everything feels shaky, that's okay, because that's meant to happen. It's actually for you to grow, because you're this creative person. You're also learning to be like this practical person, as I said before. And now it's time for you to see that there is a way forward. So right now, your angels want you to know that you're okay, you're taken care of, and the hardship from the past is being reversed. It's being changed, because you're starting to grow now, and you're starting to become this person who is self-sufficient. With this Eight of Swords reversed, you're starting to see yourself as a person who is capable of taking care of themselves. You're seeing that you can untie yourself from these stakes that you're in right now. You're seeing a way out, and you're seeing a practical way forward, because I'm seeing someone who maybe didn't plan as well as they could have, and you're learning how to plan. And then because you're planning better, you're able to accomplish these goals that you have. Okay, so then we have the Five of Cups reversed. These are the external influences. Okay, yeah, so you have to remember to not ignore this thing behind you, right? These cups behind you that are standing upright. You're seeing all these cups falling over, and I'm seeing that right now, because this is in reverse. you're starting to wake up to the fact that there are things, you know what just came through this message? Your values right now. You're learning new values in this period where you're finding yourself. This is like a finding yourself moment. And you're starting to figure out what your values are. You're seeing these cups fallen over from the past, maybe people in your life that let you down, who weren't actually your friends or true loved ones, or dreams that you had and you're like, wow, it didn't play out like I thought. And it's because, and you thought that they would bring you happiness, and you're wondering like, why don't I feel happiness from this? Why do I feel dread every day at not having succeeded in this thing yet? And it's because you're not looking at these two cups that are upright right behind you. And I'm seeing, though, because it's reversed, you're moving past that, because you're reevaluating your values and you're starting to think about what makes you happy on a daily basis. What can you value on a day-to-day basis versus things that come along, you know, in 20 years from now. You have a dream to get a car in like 5 years, and you're just trying to work your way to that one point in 5 years. But what happens when that point is done? All the time before it was dreadful. It was spent, you know, agonizing. And then once you got the car, it was that day, it was that moment that you felt good for a second. And then what else is there? So you're being asked right now, and you're being pushed in this direction because you're being shifted towards finding values that give back to you every day. So instead of valuing being successful at your dream and, you know, where you'll be in like 3 years, or having like I'm going to get married at this age, have kids at this age, this kind of thing, you're going to start valuing like, okay, I'm not going to value such and such date anymore, or whatever value it is that's bugging you. Thinking about what makes you happy daily, like, okay, so I'm going to, instead of focusing on getting married at this time, having kids at this time, I'm going to start focusing on how I can build my relationships on the daily. What can I do to bring, you know, the best version of me forward every single day, so I can enjoy the time to come before then. Okay, so then we have hopes and fears. Oh, that's so funny that I was talking about like kids and like getting married, because there's like this family here. There's a grandma, there's kids, there's a seemingly young woman. So it seems as though there's many generations of people. So there's something about family going on. So maybe you have some hopes, some fears about, you know, not making it to your destination on time, having, you know, kids at this age, or whatever it is to do with like family. There's something that you're kind of like maybe worried about. And I think this is timing, because, you know, this could be different versions of you when you were a little toddler, you when you were like 6 years old, you when you were an adolescent and young woman, or young man or person, and then you when you're getting older. This could be the multiple generations of you, and you just seeing time passing instead of taking actions. It's really important to create your values right now based on actions that you want to commit to every single day, because those will fuel your happiness. Because if you're looking forward constantly, you're starting to feel more depressed, okay? And what is the outcome of all of this? We have the Ace of Swords. That is so beautiful. That is an incredible outcome for you guys, because I see you guys overcoming overall. I'm seeing you guys overcoming this obstacle where you're basically finding yourself. You're finding what you value, and you're choosing to value things that bring you life every single day, rather than something that you strive towards at one point in the future, where it's just like a one-time thing. And all the time surrounding that one specific date or time that this thing occurs don't give you any life. So you're focusing on giving yourself life. And I think that's what this Ace of Swords is really telling you. It's got this very masculine energy to me, this Ace of Swords. And so you shifting and bringing in that divine masculine, you know, is going to help you balance, because you're a creative soul. You have this creative spark, and it's really time now that you start planning and start thinking about, instead of thinking about, winning, a Grammy or something, start thinking like, maybe that's your value. Maybe right now, like, this is just an example. Your value is like, okay, one day I want to win like a Grammy or some award in something, right? And so you're just like dreading because all these days go by, different ages go by, and you're like, why hasn't this happened? Why haven't I moved anywhere? And then, you know, your value is based off of like this, you know, receiving this award one time rather than enjoying making the music, for example. So now you're being shifted toward this place where you're starting to value, are you enjoying your day-to-day life? Should you value winning an award, or should you value enjoying your life? Because your life might just pass you by without you even enjoying the process. You might get that award, and then by the time you get it, you'll just have looked back at all the years after receiving the award, and you're like, wow, I was just so focused on getting this award that I didn't even enjoy my life. I didn't even enjoy the process. I just wrote those songs because I just wanted to get somewhere, not because I was having fun while I was doing them. And after you get the award, what do you have to look forward to now? So you want values now that give back to you every single day. So valuing what you find successful, instead of it being, I got a Grammy, that shouldn't be your successful point. Your successful point now is being successful every day. So what's successful to you in that scenario? Writing a song every day, or practicing music every day. Doing something like that every single day is a success. Like if I do this, then I feel successful today, because we only have the present moment. That's the only thing that we have. The only thing we actually experience is the present moment, and we get lost in the future in our minds. So that's what you're being shifted towards, okay? So we have some oracle cards. We have this acceptance card. Beautiful. That makes so much sense. It's like what we were saying about you starting to see things at this heartbreak here, and this Queen of Cups, this change in how you're seeing your dreams, because I'm seeing with the acceptance card, you really starting to understand that life isn't about, you know, all of these material, like superficial type things. It's about what's going on right now, accepting where you are, and accepting that you don't have to wait until you're, you know, 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, whenever from now, to be happy and to be successful. You can choose to make yourself successful at any moment. That's just a really strong message coming through for you guys. And we have power. Wow. Yeah, really optimizing on your power, really taking back your power here with this acceptance card, accepting where you are, accepting, you know, the values that you were maybe having in the past. Maybe they relied on external validation, but now you're shifting into this place where you're accepting yourself and you're getting that internal validation. Okay, you've earned all your stripes. Absolutely, that makes so much sense, because you're really shifting now, and you're being told, like, it's okay, you're okay, meet yourself where you're at, and you are enough as you are. You don't need some outside thing outside of you to be happy. You're already there. Like, I think most people operate on that level where they're like, okay, they don't even realize what's happening, but their lives just go by day, just goes by, and they're just thinking about, you know, when they're going to become a surgeon, when they're going to become this, when they're going to do this, what's going to happen at the end of the week, what's going to happen next month, this. It's really just about now, right now, where you are right now, wherever you're sitting. You know, you might be just like, you might be in bed or wherever you are, but thinking about how to optimize that and taking the actions that you need to take, enjoying everyday actions. And the only way you can do that is by being present in them and having the proper values to enjoy them. Anyways, that's what I have for you guys, group number 1. I enjoyed giving you guys that reading. I hope it was really helpful. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you are subscribed, and give this video a like. It really helps out. And leave a comment down below. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, group 2. You guys chose the hematite. Let's begin your reading. So starting off, we are going to be looking at you presently. So we have, whoa, the Queen of Wands. Interesting. This was the first card for another group. So that's interesting. So you presently, if you chose more than one group, if you chose this one, it's very possible it's you, but let's see if we can pick up on some different energies for you guys. Maybe there's another vibe going on here with this Queen of Wands. So I'm getting the sense here that you guys are feeling very passionate about something or someone. I'm getting the sense that right now, again, nature is really important here. I'm getting a really big nature vibe with this sunflower, with this cat. But I'm also seeing you being really in command of your passions right now. There's something about right now that you feel very in control of. I'm seeing that you're developing more and more control. Mastery of a skill is something that's coming through here. Or right now, I'm getting the sense that you're either mastering a skill or you're in a place now where you're like, I want to learn a new skill. So some of you might be wanting to learn a new language, learn an instrument, something like that, or you might be intermediate at a language and you're starting to become more familiar with how to speak that language. So let's see what is an obstacle, a challenge, or something that is aiding you right now. So we have the Six of Cups. Beautiful. So this is something that's probably helping you right now, or it's something that's making you feel a little bit nostalgic. So nostalgia has like this sort of sad, but like wonderful, warm feeling to it. It's one of those feelings that, I personally love, but also it makes me feel like my heart squelches in pain. So I get like this, somehow like this nostalgic vibe, something to do with your childhood or a past memory or someone from the past coming in here. This might be something that you're passionate about. That person that you might have been passionate about is coming back. Maybe someone from your childhood, someone that you once dated before, someone from the past is coming through here. And this person might be coming in now and they might be helping you. Or perhaps if there's not a person coming in, a past memory being resolved. I'm seeing that perhaps there's like a memory or some type of thing that happened in your childhood or your development that you might be learning to get over, or you might be coming to terms with, or seeing in a different light. There might have been something that might have happened to you that you always remembered very darkly, but now you remember it fondly. Something that has dramatically changed in your memory. You might be doing some type of revision with your memory, and this might be this is confirmation for those of you that do some type of revision. Like revision is like this technique that some people use where they just kind of remember the past differently, and it changes the present. It's like this weird a really cool quantum thing where you kind of just remember it differently, and it sort of like sets in place new things. People start behaving differently. You start changing yourself. It's very interesting. And so for those of you that are just aware of that process and do that process, this is a confirmation for you that this is a revision that has taken place. This is something that has aided you. So you changing that memory has actually started to take place and it already rippled into your timeline. So that's a confirmation for some of you guys. But yeah, there might be someone in your past that is coming through, or something from your past that is aiding you right now. I'm seeing this more as like an aid as opposed to an obstacle, actually. So what is underlying in all of this? So we have the Seven of Swords. This is like this unconscious feeling that's going on right now. Let's move this over here because I'm gonna have to put stuff there. But okay, so what I'm seeing for you guys right now is that, yeah, there's something that you're trying to get away from. So there is something about like this past that you're looking back at. Let's see what that is though. I want to see what that is. I'm going to put down the conscious. This is your conscious mind, but let's see what the past is. I want to kind of rush to the past. Okay, so there. Okay, we'll put that there. But let's go with the conscious mind and your conscious awareness. That's so freaking weird, guys. I really shuffled this deck a lot, but a lot of the same cards are coming through. So we have this, not even a lot, just like a couple, but this Five of Cups reversed. It must be like a theme that's going on. I mean, you know, we're like this universal stream of consciousness, and a lot of times, like when a reading happens, there's just like we're experiencing a lot of the same themes. It's like in astrology, we're all under the same planets, you know, we're all like under, like if there's a conjunction, we're all feeling it, you know, and this energy ripples through all of our lives, and it can affect us all in similar ways. So we have like similar themes going on. And so a theme that's going on here is basically trying to, like, this is a reversal of like you basically looking at people that were, you know, bad for you, or situations that weren't good for you, and feeling loss over them, but not really recognizing the things that you have to cherish that are actually really beneficial to you. But I'm seeing with this reversal of this that you're starting to recognize these two cups standing up here. There might have been cups spilled, but there's these two cups behind you that you weren't seeing, that were standing firmly by your side. And so now you're starting to recognize them with this reversal. And with this past card of the Six of Swords, trying to leave something behind. And I'm seeing that there's something in your past that you're trying to leave behind. And with this Five of Cups reversed, I'm seeing that you're starting to be aware that there's so much around you. You don't have to look back at these past pains. You can start looking at the beauty that's in your life. And I see a lot of that with this Seven of Cups here. Really starting to beautify those memories and change the way you view yourself, and not let anything hold you back, not giving yourself labels or viewing yourself in a certain light just because other people tell you you're supposed to be a certain way, right? You know, sometimes we give into social pressures without even realizing it. You know, people telling you have to have a certain type of belief system because you look this way or you are this way, and you're starting to develop your own sense of meaning, your own sense of purpose. And you already had one with this Queen of Wands. I see a very strong sense of purpose. You're very in command of your purpose. And I'm also just seeing that you're kind of overcoming anyone that's trying to give you another purpose as an attachment, someone that's trying, external forces, people you might not even know, just reading things on the internet that kind of influence you. You're just like shifting away from that. I'm seeing some of you guys might even want to, in the future, like I'm seeing some of you just wanting to stop like social media, stop like being on like Facebook or Instagram or any of these like social medias, because you feel like they're holding you back. And with this Ten of Wands reversed, I'm getting the sense that you're just like, you're done with these energies that are holding you back. So past memories, influences, people that just weren't trustworthy, people that, situations that just weren't working for you, dreams that just were rooted in something in your childhood that made you want, like maybe you wanted something for a certain reason that you no longer want it for now. You're starting to get rid of those things that just feel like stagnation, like they're pulling you back. You're just kind of over it. Okay, so moving on to the journey. I should put this over here. The journey. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. This is like absolutely on point with what I was just saying. You completely moving on. You see this woman and child being like being moved on this gondola here, and they're shifting. They're taking, they might be taking on new names. They might be adopting a new identities. They're moving on to a new and foreign land. They're moving on to a new world. They're changing their identity, not even necessarily changing, but they're moving on. You don't see them looking back. They might feel a little bit sad right now. There might be a little bit of sadness, but they've already resolved in their heart that they're shifting from that state into a new one that's much better. So there might be some sorrow and nostalgia. There might be a lot of things going on, but you know that this is for the better. This is the journey right now. This is like what's happening in your future. This is where you're currently moving toward. So you might already be feeling this shift into a new place. Whoa, another card coming through from another reading. That's so funny. We have this card. This is just like one of the cards that come in the Centennial deck that I have. It's not a tarot card, but I just love the imagery on here, and it just, you know, it's really wholesome. So this is some advice for you guys. Is that on camera? Yeah. So the advice that I'm getting right now is just, this is like the 2 cups here that you need to start like looking at. You're being like shifted, your attention's being directed towards what you have right now and being appreciative of what you have right now. So the people around you, your family members, and this person from the past might be I see someone that's very loving. So you're being directed towards what do you have right now? Who around you is a positive influence in your life? Who is making you happy? And spending time with those people, whether it's a community online, whatever is bringing you life right now, it's whatever is bringing you positive energy. Okay, so we have external influences. Okay, so we have friends here. So you are being told right now that it's time, if you don't have any friends, this is a great time to start making friends, start being social. There's a lot of ways you can be social, just finding new ways right now. And if you don't have any ways right now, you're being told to ask your angels, how can I be more social? How can I make new friends? But if you already have friends, being around your friends right now is going to be very nourishing to your soul. Being around your family. We have 2 cards that are showing you that you should be around people right now that bring you comfort, bring you life, make you feel good. Okay. And then we have your hopes and fears. Okay, so I'm seeing this more as a hope because this is the Queen of Swords. I'm seeing you, so it's funny, we have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. And so with the Queen of Swords, this is more of like a stern figure, someone who's very like intellectually strong. So I'm seeing that you guys are really going to be relying heavily on your intellect and really starting to evaluate your situation again. So you're going to be looking right now at who in your life is really good to be around and really relying on those people and, you know, accepting their help, and being around those people is going to bring you so much life. And then the outcome is the world. That's beautiful. So what a beautiful outcome. So you guys are going to be really starting to feel like you're in control. You have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords, and that's really showing me that in the mental plane, because you know, the swords has to do with ideas and your thoughts, and the wands has to do with your creativity, your passions. But this is really like mental energy. I'm seeing a lot of like swift movement in the mental plane. So you're going to be feeling a lot sharper. Your ideas are going to be coming very fluidly, and this is really going to be opening up the world to you. You're really going to feel, as the queen, you're going to be feeling very in command, because I'm seeing you as a queen right now and a queen in your future. And that doesn't have anything to do with like your gender right now as a person. This is just like a, you know, tarot energy queen. So you're going to be very, feeling very stable in the near future and in the future. And you're really going to start having this feeling of like the world being your oyster. And once you start shifting and shifting your focus towards what you have, you're not going to feel this external pressure to get things done or be done at a certain time anymore. You're really just going to be enjoying where you are right now and feeling fueled by that, feeling inspiration, acting on those things. So let's get some more, some last messages from these last 2 oracle decks. Okay, so we have, oh my gosh, guys, what is going on? So you guys keep getting the same, like, similar cards from another deck, and I'm like shuffling and this just keeps popping out. So this popped out, this power card that came from another pile. Wow, so with this power card, we have the full moon. So you guys are really stepping into your power, of course, with the queen energy and the world. It's clear that you guys are really stepping into your power and figuring out that you have command over everything. And the command you have is over your mindset, just like with the revision thing I mentioned earlier. You being able to even if you wanted to alter past events and decide how you want to feel about them, because you might find that it might help you change your state of being, help you move on from some kind of trauma. But I'm seeing that person coming in from the past, that energy, something about your past energy is really empowering you right now. You're finding empowerment in your past, and sovereignty, another word for power. So that's a Queen of the Moon, a bunch of queens going on. So you're really finding power and grace, and there's a crown here as well. So I'm seeing this kind of like royal energy as being a really heavy influence on you right now, and in the near future and the future as well, where you're kind of very much so actually in control of your destiny. You see how she's holding this orb? She's feeling very in control of where she's going. She's feeling as though everything in the world is her oyster. And that's kind of how you feel right now, because you're more so focused on everyday enjoyment. It's not about kicking ass and taking names for you. That's an inevitable result, as it's an inevitable result of your energy. But right now, it's just like you guys have the ability to harness that power by enjoying your life and choosing how to view yourself. And you have the option to do so. You're not trapped by your past. You can own your past in any way that you want, okay? So, and then we have abundance. I think that speaks for itself. But let me get some messages from this other final deck, because I wanted to get this other oracle deck. With the abundance card, I'm just seeing like you guys really, oh my God, that went flying. Okay, 1 second. Okay. And then we have wings. You never needed those wings to fly. Wow, that really speaks to that past energy where you're starting to relearn something about yourself, where what is that? What I'm trying to say? You never needed those wings to fly. So basically you're starting to learn that you weren't inhibited by something in your past. There was nothing actually blocking you. Like I said here, this was more of like an aid as opposed to an obstacle or a challenge that's crossing you. This is more of like something from your past was more of something that was an aid to you than you ever thought. It's like when you grow up as a kid and you're like that weird kid, and everyone makes fun of you and treats you bad, and everyone thinks you're annoying or whatever. And then you grow up into an adult, and then you end up being a very interesting adult. Suddenly, like, people like you, you're very successful. I'm seeing someone who is learning that maybe people used to make fun of them and think that they were, some people might have thought you were ugly or something. And suddenly as an adult now, people are looking at you on the street like, you should go to a modeling agency or something. That there's something from your past that looked like it could have been bad that you're starting to see in a new light. And you're starting to see that you actually are very powerful, and all of these things that might have been a burden in the past were actually put there to aid you for your soul's purpose, for your life's purpose. And so, yeah, there's a lot of power here coming through with the sovereignty, the power card, and the queens. So that's what it's looking like, guys. Anyway, that is what I have. And subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. And if you are subscribed, please hit the notification bell. And please like this video, guys. It's really helpful. And leave a comment down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, group 3. Let's begin. You chose the rose quartz. So let's begin. So you presently, what are you presently? So right now we have the Fool. Okay. So, beginning of the journey, that's interesting. So, you presently are sort of at the beginning of a new journey. You're at the beginning of a new dawn, a new age. These mountains look like tidal waves here. Maybe someone who has tidal wave dreams. I'm seeing that maybe you were feeling very overwhelmed in the past, and you might have gone through some challenges recently, or just something that really kind of changed your worldview. And now you're kind of just like, okay, you know what? Like, I need to live in the moment. I need to be present here, and I need to let go of that thing. So I'm seeing that you guys are trying to start on a new journey, or you're already embarking on a new journey. And this could be in the form of a new mindset. It could be in the form of a travel, but I'm seeing that this is an internal thing, but it is a major event for you guys. So there's a lot of things changing. You might be moving soon. A lot of, maybe you don't have plans currently in your mind, but a lot of new things will be popping up for you. And I'm sensing that there's a lot of newness coming along. You might be getting a new dog or a new pet or new clothes, embracing a new image. You might be changing your style. This is really the start of something new, and you're not holding anything back. You're not trying to worry about anything. You're trying to place your focus on living in the moment, being happy, okay? And this is what crosses you. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that came out reversed, but when I flipped it over, it wasn't. So I suppose that's what it was meant to be. So with the Knight of Cups here, I'm sensing what crosses you is that you're feeling a bit, this isn't even really what crosses you. This is what kind of just helps you right now. So this Knight of Cups here is telling me that you have an external force to you that wants to help you. There is a person, a possible suitor, because of this Knight Cups thing, but there is a person that's coming to you. I'm seeing someone probably your age is what I'm getting, and they're going to want to help you emotionally. They want to emotionally support you right now. I'm sensing someone who that you might have gone through something, and you're kind of in a place where you're kind of, I don't know, kind of maybe like I don't know how to explain it. Very like possibly apathetic, but you're kind of maybe dealing with some hurt from those tidal waves of the past, and you might be embarking on this new journey, but there's still a lot of emotional stuff going on, and you might be trying to ignore it and push it away and focus on, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to smile, I'm going to have so much fun. And you might be smiling in something, but there might be someone coming along, or some kind of, there might be a book coming along. There might be some kind of knowledge that heals you emotionally and helps you, not to, be a crutch to you, but to actually help you evolve. So there might be a person coming into your life that aids you in this. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And this is the underlying situation, your unconscious mind. So unconsciously, I feel like maybe those tidal waves of the past are what's coming through here, because the Wheel of Fortune reversed is telling me that there's like an underlying ideology that you literally have no control over what's going on. And no matter how much you've tried to control it, everything just ends up getting screwed up anyway. People just end up screwing you anyway. Situations just end up being fucked. It's just like there's a lot of you being fed up internally, but it's like you're now trying to suppress it with this Fool card. But it's not really like a suppression. It's like you're just letting go. I'm seeing that you're really letting go, and you're like, you know what? I can't control the circumstances. And that's actually a benefit to you shifting into this state, because there are a lot of things in your control, maybe that you're not seeing right now, but things are in your control. There's a lot of things you can control. But you're being led on this fool's journey so that you don't become crushed every time something happens that's outside of your control. You want to take full responsibility for your life, but you want to understand that there are unforeseen circumstances as well. So that's why you might have been feeling crushed before, but now you're like, okay, you're learning to deal with these unforeseen circumstances, okay? So when we have your conscious mind, we have the Ace of Wands. Maybe, you're a really highly creative person, highly passionate person. You might not necessarily be the most creative person, but you could be. And you're very passionate about whatever your dreams are in life. This could be getting a diploma or whatever it is, starting a business, starting a career as a public figure, but you're very passionate about it. And I feel like this is why you're in this state of wanting to let everything go. And this is for your benefit. Holy cow. Oh, sorry. I just jumped because like a painting just fell off of my wall. Whew, that gave me a fright. Okay, sorry guys. Anyway, my heart just like started racing. Whew, okay. Anyway, maybe that has something to do with your narrative right now. Maybe unexpected things are happening to you and it just fills you with anxiety. So, okay, back to what I was saying about the Ace of Wands. So this is an introduction into your conscious awareness right now that whatever you're doing, it's fine. It's fine, just be. It's okay to just be. It's okay to be the Fool here, and it's okay to accept these unexpected arrivals of creativity and inspiration and passion. There might be someone that comes in with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups being together. There might actually be like a partner coming into your life or a romantic interest coming in that will basically give you that emotional support and the physical, passionate support that you need right now. So we have the past. So you have the Sun card being in reverse. Okay, so I think this has to do with those tidal waves again. The Sun being in reverse is really telling me like something that you really thought was going to work out because you thought you had it in control, and then you didn't have it in control like you thought you did. And so this led you down this maybe a spiral with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And now you're just like, I'm gonna let it go, F it all. And then you're just like, okay. So the Sun card is really giving me that vibe of like, again, just being let down a little bit let down, not feeling like the universe is on your side, but the universe is on your side. You do have control over a lot of things in your life, okay? And then we have Strength. Of course, that is like this is like the journey here. This card represents the journey, your future, really. And Strength, that's why you're being led down this path. You need to learn how to let go, and then also recognize that you do have control. Because this woman, she is controlling this beast, the lion. She's controlling it. And she has like control over whatever circumstances that come into her life. You even have control over the things you don't think you have control over. You have the control of how you respond to things. And that's what this Strength card is here. So this journey that you're going on is like learning. First, you're learning that you don't have control over things. And then you're learning that you do have control over things, and that you should also enjoy it and let things go when it's not necessary to hold on. Okay. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles for advice. Guys, like my head, like ever since that painting fell, my head just feels like it's throbbing. Oh, that's like, it just, the sound, it just sounded like, I was like, I'm alone in my house. And so like, it sounded like there was like something behind me for a second. I was like, what's that loud noise? Okay. Anyway. I just need to like exercise after this to get the adrenaline out of my body. So advice, the Seven of Pentacles, it's funny because I was listening to a podcast yesterday about and someone mentioned the Seven of Pentacles, and I think for a lot of other people it takes on a different meaning than it does for me. So I'm just gonna take on the meaning that I always see with this. The Seven of Pentacles, whenever I see it, I don't see like things falling through. I see things growing. I see generally the Seven of Pentacles, I think, tends to have like a more negative connotation, but for me, I always see it like in a more positive light. I'm seeing it as like a lesson in patience, because the Pentacles it's an earth sign. It's the slowest moving thing, and what's slower than like watching oranges grow on your tree or grapes grow from your vine? It takes, it only has one season, it sprouts in one season, and it takes an entire year's cycle before it even occurs. So whatever is going on in your life, the advice that I have with this card here is that things take time, and it's about enjoying the present moment. That's been the theme for everybody today. Enjoying the present moment. Forgetting about, the future, like that future destination, and only living there in your mind. Being present and having your values center around your present moment, as opposed to something that might not even happen as you expect it to. It'll likely happen you know, I assume everyone is going to be successful if they set their mind to something, but nothing ever happens like you imagine in your mind. Oftentimes it happens even better. And what makes it even better is that you enjoyed the steps that came beforehand, and that you were just enjoying. It's not about being patient here with this card. There is a patience that usually comes with this card, but it's about allowing things to take their time. And while the oranges are growing in the backyard, I'm going to be here practicing my skill and enjoying that moment, and enjoying, you know, speaking to somebody in another language or doing whatever it is I'm doing that brings me joy. Okay. And so we have external influence. We have the Justice reversed. Yeah. So with the Justice reversed, sorry, I'm hesitating here because, like, I don't know. What am I seeing here, actually? With this Justice reversed, okay. Okay, that actually, this is a good sign for you guys. The tidal waves from the past, like, the tidal waves were immediately, like, a hit for me when I saw that. Like, this Justice card is actually telling you that you need to focus on you right now, because whatever harm has been done in the past, whatever things, it might be a person, and it might be a person that harmed you or, like, affected you deeply. And that's why, like, this Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands thing is coming here to, like, bring in that healing. Or it could be a situation being let down with the Sun in reverse here, feeling let down with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here. You're being told by your angels right now and your spirit guides that everything is going to be coming to justice, or it's already come to justice. You just haven't seen it yet. And that's why it's reversed. It's something that it might seem hidden from you now, but it's going to become apparent to you that everyone got their just desserts. People that might have harmed you in the past are receiving their justice, or a situation that you thought was not to your benefit was actually for your ultimate benefit, because here you are on the Fool's journey. Here you are developing strength. Here you are with this Ace of Wands, okay? There's a lot coming for you, and there's a lot coming for you when you're not looking to, okay? With the Justice in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles, remember, it's like the oranges are growing in the backyard. You don't have to be looking at them for them to be growing, but it might seem like a long time, but a year passes quickly. So things that you might be rushing towards now, just enjoy the present moment, okay? There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes is what this Justice card is telling you. Okay, so this is your hopes and fears. This Page of Wands. Yeah, this is more like a hope here. It's not really a fear. There's no fears that came through today. The Page of Wands is really showing you where you're going next after this Fool, because I'm really seeing a journey, or I'm seeing you really transforming here with this Page of Wands. And I'm seeing actually someone becoming a creative person. You might have been in, like, academia or some kind of other thing, and for the first time in your life, you're considering, like, wait, I don't have to live up to other people's expectations. I don't have to go to medical school or be a lawyer. I don't have to do this, this, and this. Because of this journey that you're being led on, it might have been brought on by some unfortunate events of the past, but it's leading you to your destiny with this Page of Wands. You're being led to your destiny here. This is very powerful. And this is just like the spark of something new. I'm seeing you possibly becoming a creative type of person, you creating art or starting a business. And lastly, your outcome is the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. I think other decks ended with aces too, which is interesting. So with the Ace of Cups, that's like, it's beautiful. It's the ultimate, it's like the birth of, like, this new journey, this new internal awareness. You're starting to really open up. You're starting to really connect with your emotions, and you're going to be feeling a lot happier. That is the outcome. All of this is for your benefit, because you're going to be feeling very happy and feeling at peace with that dove that's sitting above that fountain of a cup. So let's get some last messages with these oracle cards. Let me shuffle some cards. Oh, patience. Okay, that's a message for you guys with the Seven of Pentacles again. There's another emphasis there. And then interestingly, she's in a cornfield. So the analogy, oh, and it's the green corn moon. So that analogy about like things growing in the backyard and growing here, just remember they're growing. They will bloom eventually. That is the inevitability of it. You can't stop an orange tree from growing, I guess, unless you cut it down or, I don't know, just burn it or something. But that's not what's happening. That's like, you know, it's, oh, okay, it dropped on the ground. Okay, something dropped, 1 second. Ooh. Okay, so we have beauty and the masculine. Okay, so I'm seeing with the masculine card, like some of you might have like a guy coming into your life, or you guys might have like a masculine person. So maybe if you're into like dating, you're probably going to be meeting, this is like a kind of 10 of Cups situation with the children in the back and the arch. This is like a 10 of Cups. So you guys may be meeting your partner, a romantic partner. This is a very strong message for a lot of you that are single, because the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the masculine really tells me, and then beauty also is giving me the indication. Oh, and the Ace of Cups, big indication that a person is coming into your life. This could be a friend, but I'm seeing a masculine figure, whether it's like a romantic partner, whatever you guys are interested in. If you guys are have been looking for a romantic partner or looking for a friend, perhaps you're not attracted to the male sex, so like maybe that's just a message for some of you guys that friendship is coming in rather than a romantic relationship. But I definitely see a person coming in. It's been coming in from the very beginning, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was happening. And then beauty, so you guys are going to be experiencing on this, like I was saying with the Fool card, you guys might be transforming your style, or you guys might be doing makeup differently. Who knows? Maybe you'll start wearing makeup, or maybe you'll start wearing like, you might be changing up your style. Maybe you'll wear like leather jackets, you'll get a mohawk, something will happen, and you're going to be altering your physical appearance here with this beauty card. This is just like fun. This whole time, all three piles, I feel like it's just, the universe is urging people right now to just be present and not worry about the future outcomes. Who cares about I mean, yeah, in the present moment, what you should be doing present activities that lead to the desired future, the desired outcome that you want, but you should be enjoying the present moment above all. Planning for the future, but that planning is in the present moment, you know? Being present is super important for you guys. Okay, so last messages from this deck, perchance. Do we have any last? Ooh, okay, we do. Ooh, release your guilt. Okay, so that Justice in reverse here just popped into my mind. Releasing your guilt. I want to get like more information for you guys. So I don't know where that came along, but for some of you, that's what you need, because with the Fool card, I definitely see you looking away from this past turbulence. So maybe you had a conflict with someone, or for some of you guys, it really could be a person, especially with the Knight of Cups coming in to help you and help heal you. There could have been someone that maybe you thought that you were partially to blame for this person. Villain, you can always rewrite the story. Okay, that's very tied into that. So maybe you've been blaming yourself for something that happened with a person, and maybe you were partly to blame, maybe you weren't partly to blame, but you started blaming yourself anyway. And it's time for you to release your guilt about that. And then we have stand up for yourself. That's really interesting coming through here. But this is why you're on that, like, I'm just letting go of the past. And then we have these waves again, the tidal waves. Yeah, I want to get more information. Stand up for yourself. Yeah, because it seems like you're just trying to, like the Fool card and like the Beauty card, like you're trying to almost reinvent yourself. Yeah, guys, I want to pull one more card. I'm just curious if there's any other messages for you guys. Any last messages for group 3? That's interesting. So something happened with a person, possibly. Every hurricane comes to an end. Okay. And this might be very meaningful for some of you. Thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. Okay, so then we have like this gathering of women here. So that's making me think like you need to move on from these other people or this other person or this situation. And you're being told like it's okay to release it now. Like if you feel guilty about something and you can't seem to get away out of it, this is your spirit guides and angels telling you like it's time, it's fine, like it's universe approved for you to let this go and move on and change, you know, rewrite the story if you need to. You know, like maybe the person, maybe you had something to do with it, or maybe you shared blame. It doesn't matter. It's time to move on and enjoy your journey out of it. Okay, that is what I have for you guys, group number 3. I hope that that was a helpful message for you. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell if you are subscribed, and give this video a like. That would be super helpful. And leave a comment down below. I will see you in the next one. Bye.